Good evening, and welcome back to my stream slash channel, depending upon where you're viewing this. I am MathNut, and tonight, once again, I will be playing some games of Keyforge on the Crucible, not online. Um, Once again, this is a third-party, probably illegal, copyright infringing website, so at such a point that it goes down or somebody tells me I shouldn't be doing this, that's official, I will stop. But for now, I'm going to be playing my decks, and only the decks that I own, on the Crucible Online. Hoping to someday soon get to open some more of my decks when I can get my gaming group back together. I've got some friends that come over and play at my house on all sorts of different games, and I've got sealed decks and I'm ready to crack them. But for now, I'm going to be choosing my what I think is my strongest deck tonight, Una Spring Cardine Tiger. So, we'll just jump right on in. New game. Casual. And this stream is taking place on Twitch. If you're a YouTube viewer and want to try and catch me on Twitch, you can always subscribe to my channel there. My Twitch ID is MathNut. My YouTube ID for anybody that's watching this on Twitch and is interested is MathNut02. Alright, Raspberry Eyes has selected his or her deck. Let's take this to a match. Quick start game. He's going first. Do I want to take this hand and keep it? So this deck has, I want to say, 8 artifacts in it. Not a bad idea to throw out the artifacts here, but I don't have a single creature. Oof. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan. Still only have one creature. But I do get my master plan, which is potentially quite useful. Mars, and he plays Tunk. Okay, I have no way to kill Tunk. I'm going to... And he fully heals, so it doesn't even do me good to damage him. I'm going to call Shadows. I'm going to play Master Plan with Full Moon underneath. And play Nexus on... Doesn't really matter. And I'll go ahead and... That was... Oh, okay. Worthless. Completely worthless, because my opponent had no amber. I'm not a big fan of having Full Moon under my master plan. I would much rather have one of my 2 Arises that are in this deck. But he's obviously starting out with Mars and is going to... What did he play on that? Biometrics Biochip. Okay, this is the most controversial card in the game, in my opinion. Because the active player always makes all choices. So if this is destroyed on my turn, I get to decide if it goes into the archive. That's weird. Don't get me wrong. I understand why they say that. Still weird. Let's see here. He has no artifacts. Fight, Reap, Elusive. I do 2 damage to everything. That doesn't do me much good, so I'm going to go ahead and just call Untamed. Play this guy, play the Niffle and throw the Way of the Bear on the Niffle for an Amber. I'm going to... I say this after having started. Yes, I want to end my turn. Going to try and go a little bit slower and actually explain my plays and cards better this game. So if you're a newer player, that should theoretically help. I say that knowing full well I haven't done that yet. So, I'm going to assume you understand the basics of Keyforge. You choose a house, you can play all the cards from that house, you can activate those cards that you have in play of that house. You can discard any cards of the house. You're really only allowed to use things of the active house. Aside from that, that's all I'm going to do for that. If you want to know more, let me know in comments or in chat, and I can absolutely go deeper into how to play the game. Now I'm going to... He has +1 I hope that's +1 power. No, it's +3 power. Oh, gosh. Um, that guy's really strong. What can I do to stop this? The answer is not much. Um, I say this is my strongest deck, and then I just completely whiff horribly. I'm going to call Shadows, I guess. Play out Dodger. So I'm calling Shadows because I've got a Shadow creature in play and 4 Shadow cards in hand. This is going to let me cycle through some of my deck. I'm going to go ahead and play Bait and Switch. I've had too many times where I hold on to a card trying to get to the opportune timing, and it never comes up, and it just sits in my hand. So Bait and Switch basically equalizes our Amber, with me being the one that ends up with more if it's not an even equalization. So I had 2, he had 3, now he has 2 and I have 3. I will play out the Poison Wave, Bleck. I will play out Naughty the Thief on the left, and I'll play out Dodger on the left. That's going to be my turn. So Naughty the Thief. A lot of my shadow creatures in this deck have elusive. Elusive simply means that neither side deals damage the first time the elusive creature is attacked. If I do the attacking, not so good. But Naughty the Thief is a very nice card because it will take at least 2 attacks to kill him, barring any sort of larger removal. And he has an action that just lets me steal 1 amber from my opponent. And then Dodger, whenever he fights and lives, it's an important qualification on every single fight creature. You must live through the fight. Every time he fights and lives, you can steal an amber from your opponent. My opponent's choosing Brobnar, which is potentially not good. Because Brobnar has quite a few ways to attack with those creatures that are still on the board. Smash is just a big, beefy Brobnar creature, and when he plays it, he gets to stun a creature of his choice. I would expect him to stun Dodger, but maybe Naughty. Okay, he stuns Naughty. Probably means he's going to try to kill Dodger somehow. Unguarded Camp. What is Unguarded Camp? For each creature you have in excess of your opponent, gain an Ember. So each friendly creature... A friendly creature captures 1. Okay, so he's going to take 2 Ember from me and put it on his creatures. Perfect. This isn't particularly spectacular here. Probably just want to call Shadows again. Yes, I'm going to call Shadows again. First, I'm going to Reap with my Nexus, which allows me to use his Mighty Javelin. For... what would I rather kill? Probably this guy. I'm going to blow this guy up. So I use his Mighty Javelin, kill off his own creature. Nexus, whenever he reaps, I get to use an opponent's artifact, so that's pretty darn handy, particularly when they're single-use Omni artifacts. He probably shouldn't have played the Mighty Javelin without being able to kill my Nexus. We'll clear the stun on this creature, and you can fight and kill the other Mars creature. He will live, so I will steal an Amber. I'll play out another Dodger on the left. And that's all I'm going to be able to do. But I'm back at 4, and he's still got 2 creatures that have Amber on them of mine. Ooh, Dominator Bobble. That's nice. So, sooner or later I'm going to have to call Dis. I was hoping to get some Dis board state in play first. Where I could have drawn into some creatures, but I now have 2 Dis artifacts, a Dis enhancement, and a Dis, and of course a Rise. Rise is what I would love to have under Master Plan. That's this deck's strongest play. Is Master Plan into a Rise on an Untamed turn when you have Hunting Witch and Full Moon, potentially. that might be asking a little bit much, but what did he do? He killed a Dodger with Tonk, and then played a creature to heal Tonk. And used Squawker to re-ready him so that this guy would get +1 power. Or +1, or capture an Amber and consequently get +1 power. I think the time might have come to just go ahead and play my disc turn. It's not something I particularly like, but we'll go ahead and do it. We'll put Flame Wreath, doesn't really matter, on something. Choosing Nexus. Flame Wreath gives him +2 power and Hazardous 2. Play out the Key to Dis. No, I don't want to end my turn. I want to play out the Dominator Bauble. Now, I've got 2 Shadow Creatures in my discard and 1 Untamed. I'm honestly going to just hold the Arise here. I know. What I've said before about holding on to cards is always a bad idea and gets me into trouble. Shush. But that's what I'm going to do here and hope I can get into a better turn. Hey, Commander Roots. I don't know if you're a bot or a real person, but welcome to the stream either way. I may, sometime soon, resize this streaming window so that I get the Twitch chat over here so that people can see when I'm talking to people. Because when I say, hey, Commander Root, welcome, welcome, and then later on when somebody watches this on a replay on YouTube, yeah, there's nobody there, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, so I think he's made a mistake playing out quite as many creatures as he has. I mean, yes, he's getting quite a bit of Amber, but I have a Key to Dis in play. And I can do that regardless of the faction that's called. So I can wipe his board with 1 play. And I think I'm going to. I'm probably just going to go Key to Dis, call Untamed, Key of Dis first off, and then throw out the Hunting Witch. You use Master Plan. Throw out the Hunting Witch, the Niffle Queen, and the Nephthene Seed. So I call Untamed. I activate the Key to Dis. Boom. I'm not sure why the game was prompting me to make a decision there. Okay. I will activate this, go ahead and use the Full Moon. Play out the Hunting Witch. Play out the Niffle Queen. And play out the Nephthene Seed. I did not have a way to steal any Amber from my opponent, so... Oh, wait, yes I do. Ritual Balance. If your opponent has 6 or more, steal 1. Hey, I can steal 1. I'm now at 11 Amber. He's at 5. I started that turn at, what, 4? So, yeah. Full Moon gave me 1, 2, 3, 4... Not quite sure how I ended up at 11. That implies I gained 7 Amber. Oh, 2 of his creatures had captured Amber. So, or at least 2, maybe 3. I think 3 of them had captured Amber. So 3 and 4 is 7. Okay, that's how I got to 11. So when I blew up the board, consequently, I also gave myself Amber that he had already taken. When he reaps, I discard a card. And I have my Key Charge. Key Charge is a very useful card. So, control the weak, and I have to choose Shadows. Okay, well that makes things a lot simpler on me. I was sitting here debating if I wanted to call Dis or Untamed. Lean towards Dis, but you never know. Unfortunately, because he's making me call Shadows, I can't kill the Ember Imp. Oh, he uses Arise. And he pulls back his whatchahoozits. That is fine. I'm going to call Shadows. I'm going to play out Shadow Self and protect my Hunting Witch. So we'll play him on the right. Gain an Ember because he let my Hunting Witch live. Biggest mistakes you can make, letting a Hunting Witch live. Seriously, that's a ridiculously powerful card to let live. And I could Nepentine Seed back my Key to Dis. I would be able to play it this turn, so there's no point. Since Nepentine Seed is an Omni artifact, one of 3 in the deck, I could pull that back and play it out on my next Dis turn and prepare for when he does his giant, I'm going to play 12 Brobnar creatures, because that's coming. I don't have any way to steal, so I am done. He can forge his first key. Mighty Javelin. Oh. This time he properly stuns Nexus. Plays out a second one. Stuns that guy. That's fine. Plays out Crump. Now, I have 2 options here. Gosh, that is a lot of creatures on the board. Whew. I can play either Dis or I can play Untamed. That is a lot of creatures. Wow. If I play Untamed, I only have to play 2. Let me think this through. So, no matter what, I'm going to use... So, if I call Untamed, I'm using Lost in the Wood, getting rid of 2 Brobnar creatures. If I call Dis, I have no Dis creatures, so Rise isn't going to be a lot of good this turn. I could pull back all my Shadows, but that right now doesn't feel terribly powerful. But I have a Key Charge. So, my best option is probably just to call Dis. Yeah, I'm going to call Dis. I'm going to use the Dominator Bauble to fight with the Hunting Witch. We'll fight and kill off the Ember Imp, just because I want to be able to play more than 2 cards. Now, because the Hunting Witch is protected by Shadow Self, Hunting Witch doesn't take any damage. Would not have done that at that time if that weren't the case. Now I can play Big Twig. Not Big Twig. I'm on Dis, right. Play the artifact. Play Tentacus on the right. Doesn't really matter. And then Arise on Shadows. So I'll go ahead and set myself up for a Shadows turn. Might not work out. We'll go ahead and use this to pull back the Key to Dis and get the Key to Dis out there. So now I have 4 Shadow creatures in hand. He knows that. And I have a Key to Dis to wipe the board. So even if he just goes and calls Brobnar, which he should do, which will let him reap with 5 creatures, or fight with a bunch. Not sure what he's actually going to do, but we'll see. So he's going to use that to gain 1. So that's on a fight. So he's killed off my Shadow Self. Next, he will kill off the Hunting Witch. Not a question there. Flick. I feel like I've made a mistake, but oh well. And he should reap with these 2. I'm perfectly fine if he wants to fight and try and kill these off. He reaps. And, oh, you're not Brobnar, so you won't be reaping with that. Let's see here. If I call Untamed, 13 cards. No, I think I just key to dis here, call shadows, key to dis, and throw out 4 creatures. He's going to be able to use his Mighty Javelin. Don't really have a choice on that to blow something up. So I'll only end up with 3 creatures on my follow-up turn. But it's, I think, the right play here. I'm not sure I've played this perfectly. Using the Arise last turn to pull back my shadows may have been a mistake. But I've got a pretty strong board position to his nothing. Ooh, and I have a Control the Weak in my hand. Let's see what he does. So Control the Weak lets me pick what my opponent's active house will be next turn. And if he does something like play out 1 or 2 cards of a faction, like, okay, he's calling Dis. He might have a Gateway to Dis. No, he doesn't. Wouldn't use the Mighty Javelin first if he had a Gateway. Killed off Naughty the Thief. Plays out a Dust Imp. Plays out another Dust Imp. And a Schuler. Your opponent has 4 or more. Heal 1. Okay, don't. So that's fine. 3, 4, 5. Now I've got a bit of a quandary. Yeah, I could call Shadows and kill off the 2 Dust Imps, steal 2, so we only gain 2 total. Dust Imp gives him 2 when destroyed. So if I use the Dodgers to kill off Dust Imps, I end up stealing 1 each. So he'd go down 2 and up 4, net of up 2. He'd be at 5 and not able to forge a key. That would put me at 2, and then 3 with the Reap. Other options, I could call Untamed and bounce some creatures and play Big Twig and Niffle Ape. Imp. I think Shadows is actually my best play. I get the most Amber. He doesn't get to forge a key. Yeah, I'm going to call Shadows and fight. And Reap. He doesn't have a creature or an artifact for me to use, but oh, I get Bullseye. Bullseye is an amazing creature. He's got elusive, and whenever he reaps, he gets to just flat out destroy a flank creature. Whether or not that will be useful. Wait, what? Sorry, what? Reaps with Schuler, gateways to Dis, and then plays a Pit Demon. Okay, I can live with that. I'm going to call Untamed. Step 1, I Ritual of Balance. Yoink. Step 2, I play Lost in the Woods to shuffle that Pit Demon back into his deck and gain an Ember. Step 3, I play Big Twig. Step 4, I play Niffle Ape. And that's that turn. Keeping the key charge because I'm only 2 Amber away from being able to win. If these 2 creatures stay on the board and don't get stunned, I win on my next turn and I don't lose any Amber. It's unlikely he's going to try and drain me of Amber right now because I'm not over the threshold. So if I get to keep my creatures on the board, force an enemy creature to capture 1 for each. Oh. Well, that's not cool. If not command, captures Ember from their own side. So he's functionally took 2 Amber from me. And he's at 5. If I call Untamed, I get up to that. What are you? Mother Gun. I would rather at this point call Dis, because I got 4 discards here. Haha, Dis. You got it? Discards. Clever, aren't I? Going to obviously use the Dominator Bauble. to let me reap with Big Twig to stun and exhaust Zizix, the mini. Obviously going to use the Lash of Broken Dreams just because. Play Shaffles. And play Toxin. And play Pit Demon. And we will make you play Mars again, I think. You played 3 Mars cards out of your last hand. You've got 1 on the board that you'll be able to use. Mars is not the worst thing I could call for him, but seems perfectly reasonable right now. And I get my Snecklifter. I love Snecklifter. Just permanently steal an opponent's artifact. Not so good to use on the Omni artifacts, although if you put out something like an Epithene Seed, I would take it in a heartbeat. Maybe not the Mighty Javelin, but I could also take away his Mother Gun so that he doesn't have it as an option anymore. And gosh, current key costs 9. Yep. Shaffles ate one of his amber. Shaffles, at the end of every one of my turns, my opponent loses an amber. He's going to use the Mother Gun. That's fine. How many Mars cards do you have? 1. So you ping Shaffles for 1. Awesome. That's what I was hoping for. Was at most you had, well, ideally you would have had none, but play, steal 1 for each friendly Mars creature. So you're going to take 2 from me, right? Yes. And kill off the Niffleape. Oh, so close. If he hadn't stolen, well, okay, well, I can stop him from, let's back up a step. I could call Untamed. Between Ritual of Balance and Marmook, I can stop him from forging his second key. And get myself up to 6 amber. Alternatively, I could call Dis. Got 1. Yeah, I'm going to... The right play here is to call Dis and pull all of my Untamed creatures back into my hand, which will most notably give me Honey Witch and guarantee me the win next turn. I won't be able to stop him from forging his second key. He is playing Mars. If I give him the chance... No, I don't think he's going to be able to do it with Key Abduction, so... Could be wrong, and this could backfire horribly, but I'm going to call Dis and use the Arise to pull back my Hunting Witch. So I'll go ahead and play out the Library of the Damned. It's not really going to matter this game. I'm going to activate the Dominator Bauble to activate Pit Demon and use his action to steal 1. Could have activated Big Twig to stun a creature and do some board control shenanigans. Not as important right now as keeping him under... Oh, right, I'm calling Dis, so he can't forge his second key. Sorry, I forgot about the Lash of Broken Dreams. Did I seriously just use the Dominator Bauble to activate Pit Demon? I've said before I'm bad at this game. There's a perfect example. I'm on Dis. I should use the Dominator Bauble on Big Twig. Not to activate creatures that I'm already going to be able to use. Play this action. I'm pulling back all my Untamed creatures. And in turn. I win next turn. He has no way he can stop me. At least not that I can think of. Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Ember in hand. I'd play Honey Witch, play out the 4 creatures, and that would put me at 11. He has to take 5 Amber away from me before my next turn for that to not be a winning play. Champions Challenge. Oh, 6 Amber, because Big Twig's still alive. Destroy each... Stop. I don't know what this card does. Oh, I win. For each enemy creature except the most powerful. And the two fight with the... Okay. The remaining two fight. So I didn't even get to do the Hunting Witch play. I just won because he couldn't drain me with the 7 Amber. He took 1, but not 2. Good game. And that was this deck not even playing, in my opinion, the best way it can. I still think this is a really powerful deck. So, we'll play another round with Una Spring Cardine Tiger. See if anybody's joined the chat. Nope, just Commander Root. No, 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 darn it. Remember, you cannot click out of the window. Una Spring Cardine Tiger, and start. Slocks, good luck. Have fun. Lose horribly. Start the game. So he's going first. Do I want to keep this hand or do I want to mulligan? I'll keep it. I can get a decently strong board state off of Untamed. And see what comes next. He's going to play Ember Imp. I actually don't have a way to kill Ember Imp off the bat. So I will... I guess I'll call Untamed still. Play the Niffle Queen and play the Niffle Ape. I would love to be able to play that, but I'm just going to discard it and not gain the Ember. I would much rather get it out of my hand than hold it. Gosh. Okay. Now he's saying, Sanctum. Raiding Knight. Raiding Knight captures on play. I don't have any, so... Yay. Beefy Sanctum creature, though. I still want to kill off the Ember Imp, so I'm probably just going to call Untamed on my next turn as well. Ready and fight with a neighboring creature. Gosh, that was quite a turn. Yeah, I'm calling Untamed. I would love to be able to clean this board up some. And I can, if I call Untamed. 5. So, because of Niffle Queen, the Niffle Ape has a power of 5. He may have messed up. I'm not sure if he did or not when he did this combat, thinking he would kill off the Niffle Ape. But since the Niffle Ape has a power of 5 and he has a Sanctum creature with the power of 5, let's just trade them off. And then the Niffle Queen can take out the Ember Imp. And I will go ahead and play Murmook, knowing full well Murmook will probably die. And that's all I can do. Now I draw my Hunting Witch. I probably want to save her for later. Likely will call Shadows on my next turn. I might call this. What is this? Guardian Demon. Play, fight, reap. Deal 2 damage, or heal 2 damage, then deal that amount to a creature. Okay, so it's, oh gosh, restricting this. What can I not play? I cannot play Untamed. I'm actually okay with that. Ooh, I say I'm okay with that. Am I really okay with that? I'm going to call Shadows and play Shadow Self on the right and Bullseye on the right and call that done. I'm going to hold the bait and switch. I know. How many times do I get myself into trouble by holding bait and switch when I should be cycling through my deck? I'm actually hurting a little bit. He's going to play Full Moon, play out a Nepethine Seed. Oh man, where's my Nexus? Darn it. Or my Snack Lifter. Snack Lifter would be perfect right here. Play out Big Twig. Hmm. I'm going to call Shadows. I'm going to Reap with Bullseye. Now, the question is, do I blow up Big Twig or do I blow up Holocore? The answer is going to be I blow up Big Twig, I think. And then I play my Poison Wave, which will take out Restrictiness. And past that, I've got nothing. Yeah. Guardian Demon, probably heal. Oh, he heals himself. What are you going to kill? You kill Shadow Self? No, Shadow Self doesn't quite die yet. And 2 succubuses. Awesome. What's he going to go grab? Restrictiness again, I assume. So he's going to use his Nepethine Seed, in all likelihood, to pull Restrictiness back. That seems like a pretty reasonable play to me. And he plays it out. What are you going to block me from playing? Untamed again. Perfectly okay. I'm actually getting to the point where I'm starting to hurt a bit, though. Because now he's protected his restrictiness by not having it on the flank. I'd have to fight with it, which is a bad idea. Your opponent has no Ember, game 2 Ember. This is a problem. I'm not sure how to address it. If I already had the Dominator Bauble in play, it would be a different story. But with the 2 succubuses, I have to call Dis, I think, and I hate that. Oh gosh, this is bad. No, I'm gonna call Shadows. Oh gosh. I've got to draw some cards though. Oh. Well, I'm gonna call Dis. I don't like doing this. Play this. Play this on the right. And Arise. We're gonna call Untamed. Why in the heck did I just do that? Oh, I'm ahead of myself. Okay, that was dumb. I don't get to draw my cards. Yeah, I've messed up this game a couple of ways. I'm probably not going to be able to pull out a win here. I should have discarded that Arise. Playing it there was not useful. Yeah, he calls Dis, and he's going to reap for quite a bit. Fine, I'm going to call Shadows myself. Things are dying now. Yeah, he's got me pretty well locked down. Being able to play Restrictiness twice that fast was quite powerful. Um, yeah, I'm just going to concede here. There's not much point in me continuing. I can't recover. If I could have gotten my key to dis earlier, I might have been able to, but with the two succubuses, I can't draw through my deck fast enough. There's not a way for me to recover from that board state. Alright, let's make a third game. See if this one works better. Quickly check. Nope, just Commander Root. Okay, I can play Slox again. He's playing a different deck. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I like this hand. I'm going to keep this hand. And I'm going to play out a Niffleape for my first turn. Niffleapes are very nice, particularly when I'm holding a Nifflequeen in hand. If he plays out something that I absolutely must kill, Niffleape will ignore Taunt or Elusive. We did. I don't know what DW stands for. Secret Needle, off of a Wild Wormhole, an Archaeologist. I plan to probably kill the Archaeologist. I don't want him getting an archive game going. So, Nifflequeen into Niffleape killing the Archaeologist. Untamed, so we'll play the Nifflequeen out on the right. We'll fight and blow up the Archaeologist, because I do not like the Archaeologist being in play. Archiving cards from your discard can be really powerful. So now I've got 3 creatures and an Epithene Seed. And a Key Charge in hand. Not really a big fan of Key Charge here. I'd much rather it be maybe 15 cards lower in my deck. So I will probably end up discarding it. If he doesn't do anything spectacular on his next turn, I will be calling Untamed again. Going for the... there's an Archivist. Going for Lost in the Woods. And discarding the Key Charge. Untamed. We will reap. And reap. And reap. And Lost in the Woods. This one and this one. And this one and this one. And we'll just go ahead and discard Key Charge. And in turn. Yep. Ooh, goody! Snack Lifter. I can steal his Seeker Needle. Is it good to steal his Seeker Needle? It's not the best artifact, but I would rather have it and not let him have it. Oh, Slox, what are you thinking? I've taken out all of your logos. It is unlikely you have any logos in your hand, so play out Dodger. What can I do to Dodger? Not a whole lot right now. Relentless Whispers. Wait. I swear I saw him have a Dodger. Am I just going crazy here? So, Miasma. I don't get to play my key. I don't get to forge a key next turn. Woohoo. Relentless Whispers. Deal damage. Deal Amber. And Seeker Needle. Deal damage. Okay, now he's playing Dodger. So he started to play it. I got to see that he was thinking about playing it. He canceled it. Yada yada. 3, 4, 5. Honestly, I'm just going to call Shadows here. Um, so what are my actual options here? I could call Untamed, kill that off. I don't do anything else. Not great. Not terrible, but not great. I could call Shadows, play out 4 cards, steal an Ember from him, gain an Ember, steal his artifact, and have 2 more creatures on the board. I could call Dis, play out the Lash of Broken Dreams for future turns, and the Pit Demon. That doesn't seem to be spectacularly good to me, so I'm going to call Shadows. Start with the bait and switch, take 1 Amber, cancel, then play Poison Wave, then play Snake Lifter. Doesn't matter if it's on the left or right, but I get his Secret Needle. Use his Secret Needle to ping Dodger for 1, and then play out Nexus on the left. And do I want to use the Nepentine Seed? I do not think so. I'm going to let that sit there, and I have a couple of really powerful cards in my discard. Bait and Switch and Key Charge, so if something important happens, I can always go grab what I need with Nepentine Seed. It basically enables me to have my whole discard be an optional play for me. Now, so he could stop me from forging my key by calling Shadows and fighting Nexus, because Nexus has elusive, so Dodger would survive the fight and steal an Amber. Alternatively, he could do something like this, which is a terrible, terrible idea for him. Okay, Mushroom Mad is good, but I'm going to forge my key, and I'm going to call Shadows, and I'm going to bait and switch him. Not a doubt in my mind. Use the Nepentine Seed, go grab bait and switch, and I will gladly take 4 Amber for free. Yeah. Then I will use the Secret Needle to kill off the Dust Pixie. That seems prudent, giving me another Amber. I will then play Shadow Self on the, let's go left, and Nexus on the left. Let's see here. That, and that's... Now I'm just going to Reap, and Reap putting me at 7. Which gives me a pretty sizable lead. I'm not sure that he's going to be able to stop me. Yeah, that was a huge swing. Whenever you can forge a key and then immediately bait and switch, that's just a really strong play. Because you're forging the key, you're going back down to 0 Amber, and if your opponent has built up like he had, oh hey, new player or new watchers, welcome Stockholm, Sweden, and Tade. I'm pretty certain Tade's a bot. Maybe not. If you're not, welcome. You just seem to show up most of the time. You play out the Secret Needle. You're going to fight. It doesn't really matter. Going to hit Shadow Self, Ghostly Hand. Your opponent has exactly 1. I don't. I forge my second key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Steal 1. I can get back up to 6 this turn using Shadows. I will gladly do that. I will Reap with Nexus to use your Seeker Needle to ping Dodger. I'll use the stolen Seeker Needle to ping Dodger. I will reap with Shadow Self. I'll reap with Nexus. I'll reap with Snack Lifter. And I will steal one and hit Snufflegator for 2. In turn. Yeah, the he does manage to get his key charge in, but it's not going to matter. I don't see how he might have something, but I'm currently at the level needed to forge my next key, and that's it. All right. Well, that was the third game. I'm now 2-1 tonight with this deck. I will go for one last one before bed. It is 10:45. I can do one more. That's not actually what I want to do. I want to do new game. So, Rodagi, Luna Spring Cardine Tiger. Good luck. Have fun. I probably should have waited until I was in the thing to do that. Good luck. Start the game. Oh, I haven't had a good dis opening hand yet. This one's not bad though. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. It's got the key charge in it, which I don't like seeing in the opening hand, but I'm gonna go ahead and run with it. I'll call dis and throw out the Pit Demon. Not a bad opening play. Now the question is, what do I follow up with? He throws away his key charge and plays an Epithene Seed and has Piranha Monkeys. Play, reap, deal 2 damage to each creature. Awesome. We call Untamed, bounce everything back. I don't really like that. I might rather call Dis and kill off the Piranha Monkeys. Because he has no Ember, so if I call Dis, Flame Wreath, Tentacus, yeah, I think that's really what I want to do. Or would I rather cycle? I'm gonna go ahead and cycle. We'll play the Lost in the Woods. That one. What a surprise. That one. What a surprise. We will discard the key charge and play out Mermook. End turn. Where's my Snack Lifter? I want that Epithene Seed gone. Probably, I say probably, this is almost definitely going to be a display. Get it? Display? Ha 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 ha. What just happened? Destroy each creature with power 3 or less. Okay, Brobnar. Good job. When I said this was probably going to be a display, this is now definitely a display. We go ahead and play Tentacus. And we play Pit Demon. We play the key to Dis. And we'll go ahead and drop Flame Wreath on the Pit Demon. Right now, we're just kind of battling back and forth for board control, which is interesting. I kind of like this hand. Not sure what I would put under Master Plan, though. So he's going to choose Shadows. Play out Shadow Self. And Nexus. And what is this? Special delivery. Omni sacrifice. Deal 3 damage to a flank creature. If it kills it, purge it. Okay. Um. Hmm. That's an interesting prospect. So, sacrifice key to destroy each creature. He's at 2 amber, I'm at 1. I could call Dis here and just play out another creature. And, no, I can't do that. Hmm. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call Shadows. Go ahead and blow up the board. I would much rather get myself out with the lead on board state. I'll play Master Plan and put Nerve Blast underneath it. And then play out Dodger and Shadow Self. Now, Dodger's protected by Shadow Self, so he will survive fights that he has, which is good. um, and I have a hidden Nerve Blast to always be able to steal 1, so I can, if he gets to the 6, I can call an off faction and still be able to reduce him back down below 6. Brobnar, War Drummer, bounce a bunch of stuff. Good job. Pile of skulls. Fine. Not actually sure what Snecklifter is going to take now. I'm going to call Shadows. That's a no-brainer here. We fight and kill off the War Drummer. We play you on the left, and we will play you. It doesn't really matter. And we will reap with Shadow Self. And I do not want to use that card. Ooh, Control the Weak. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be calling Dis in any imminent fashion. The next turn is either Shadows, if my board doesn't get destroyed, or Untamed to build up a new board for the next turn. Now, does he notice that I have Nexus and use his Nepentine Seed this turn? Or kill Nexus. Nexus is... If nothing else changes on this board, if Nexus is still alive and the Nepentine Seed is still there, I very, very likely reap with Nexus to blow up his Nepentine Seed and pull back one of the creatures that he will have killed of my Shadow. Heck, I might even pull back Master Plan and put something else under it, now that I think about it. Control the Weak, yeah, it's nothing particularly great. Piranha Monkeys, 2 to everything, which will kill Shadow Self when he plays it. Special Delivery is Lost in the Woods. That's going to... No, he didn't take out Nexus. Why would you not take out Nexus? Probably going to use Special Delivery to kill Nexus now that I think about it. Piranha Monkeys, that's 2 to each. Special Delivery, kill Nexus. You kill Dodger, I'm just going to laugh at you. You killed Dodger. Oh, Nocturnal Maneuvers. Okay, there you go. I'm actually going to use this turn. Yeah, he's not at the 6 amber, but I can use the damage to kill Piranha Monkeys. Because Piranha Monkeys are painful. Obviously calling Untamed. Step 1, we use the Master Plan to kill the Piranha Monkeys. And then we play Big Twig. And we play... He does not have Dis, so it doesn't really matter. Play out 2 Niffle Apes. And the Ritual Balance. And in turn. Where's my snack lifter? Want snack lifter, gosh darn it. Now I have a bit of a decision. Well, calling Untamed, I would play out the Hunting Witch just to get it out of my hand and into my discard eventually. I don't expect Hunting Witch would live. Although Shadows is also a good play here, depending upon if Nexus lives. Coward's End. Okay. Shadows is a lot better play now. Punch. There it went. Okay. 4 and 4. Oxen. These are both elusive. And bait and switch is not going to do me any good. This is actually a terrible hand right now. Well, we'll call Shadows. We'll get myself out and running with these. And left. We will... Did I just discard bait and switch? Oh, I hate doing that, but I'm going to. End turn. Hey, there's my Nepethine Seed. Unfortunately, he calls Brobnar. I don't think he'll call Brobnar here. He might. I don't know. It's actually an interesting question. If he can attack with Fire Spitter twice, he just kills both my creatures, no questions asked. And that puts me in a world of hurt. I'm going to have a tough time coming back from that. That having been said, he should only have two, potentially one Brobnar card in his hand. Potentially two. Because he played 3 last turn, and one of them gave him chains. So he drew 2 cards. And he's going to go grab. What is he going to go grab? Relentless Whispers. Deal 2 to a creature. Makes perfect sense. Should blow up Bullseye. Yep, blows up Bullseye. Play Shadow Self. Plays Pawn Sacrifice. What are you going to sacrifice the Pawn Sacrifice? Also, you do realize now that you have to damage your own creature. Oh, you discard Pawn Sacrifice. Gotcha. I'm calling Untamed. The reason I'm calling Untamed is I can use the Ritual of Balance to keep him from forging his next key. Ugh. Maybe it was a mistake. Well, it lets me play the maximal number of cards out of my hand. Because this hand is kind of stuck right now. And in turn. Yeah, I know that the Hunting Witch is going to die. That's fine. I can set myself up for a much more interesting follow-up turn. Chooses Untamed. Really? Okay, Cooperative Hunting. That'll kill the Hunting Witch. Blech. And pile skulls to capture 1. I'm detecting a trend here. Mimicry to use. What are you using of mine? Not going to be bait and switch. What did you use? Nerve Blast. Okay. You're at 6 again. Oh, this is starting to get more difficult. I cannot... Well, I can. I just don't want to. So I could call Untamed to keep him from getting his first key. That is not a good plan here. What if he play 2? So I'm going to call this and go ahead and get myself set up a little bit and force him to call Untamed again. We'll play Toxin, I'll play the Dominator Bauble, and make him call Untamed. He shouldn't have more than, well, at most he's going to have 2 in his hand, because he played 2 Untamed cards last turn, didn't discard any, and he has no Untamed creatures on the board to kill Toxin. And is there anything in my discard I want to pull back right now? I could pull back the Key to this. Not a fan of that play here. Wouldn't be bad. No, I'm going to let Nepentine Seed ride. Now I wish I hadn't let Nepentine Seed ride. Oh wait, maybe I do. I've got Master Plan in my discard. Good. I'm going to call Shadows. Ooh, which the eye? Yeah, I'm still going to call Shadows. And I'm going to play Poison Wave. Black. Of course, that's going to hit him. Doesn't really matter. Play that. That will protect my Toxin from Fire Spitter. Play Dodger on the left. Activate my Nepentine Seed to go and grab Master Plan. Use my Master Plan to hide and arise. And end turn. Ooh, my Snack Lifter at long last. This piles of skulls nonsense can stop. I may choose to do something else, but certainly is appealing to make that stupid card go away. When I say go away, I mean come to my side. We have cookies! But he forges his first key. What comes next, I don't yet know. I'm gonna go Shadows, so can only reap with 1. That's fine. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 amber. Yeah, I'm probably going to call Untamed on my next turn. That does seem like a likely outcome of my next turn. Because my Master Plan has Arise. I can Arise to pull back all of my Untamed creatures. There are 5 of them in my discard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Including Hunting Witch. I play out Hunting Witch, and then I play the other 4 creatures and Niffle Queen. And have just an absolutely dominant board. Old Bruno. I don't know Old Bruno. Capture 3. Okay, so you're going the capture route. And he's at 6, so I can use the Ritual of Balance. Thank you very much. I will use that. And I will use this Omni ability to pull back all my Untamed. Then I will find the Hunting Witch. Flank. On the left. On the left. On the left. Now, a Coward's End would be painful here, but not too bad. Well, it would be pretty painful. Let's be honest. Would hurt quite a bit. But I now have a ridiculously dominant Untamed board. So, unless he plays a Coward's End, I'll be calling Untamed and doing some cleanup here. Actually, I might not call Untamed. I might call Shadows. Not sure. But in any case, he's calling Brobnar. Did he pull back his Coward's End? No, he did not. His Coward's End is still in his discard. Ah, he had a different Coward's End. Awesome! I'm now at 10 amber. Congratulations, you just gave me a bunch of amber. Oh, you're going to steal a bunch of amber because of Pile of Skulls. I think you're going to steal enough to make me not be able to forge my key. Which makes me sad. That was a loud noise behind me. Hi, cats! What are you doing? Really? Neil, that was not good. Bad cat. My cat just knocked a whole lot of stuff off my table. Okay, so he did not get... Good gravy. He did not get enough of amber. He didn't get any amber for himself, so he's not forging a key this turn. Question is, do I want to go ahead and use my second Arise here? Got 1, 2... You know what? I think I do. Because if I wait, this is going to get shuffled back in. I could Arise again right now and set myself up for Untamed next turn. And that puts me getting Snaffles, whatever, in play. And I'm going to call this. I'm going to play Shaffles, which buys me a little bit of time. I'm going to use Arise again to pull back all the Untamed creatures he just killed. Again. And use Dominator Bobble to clear the stun on him and remove this creature's stun. In turn, he drops to 4 amber, and I'm obviously going to call Untamed on my next turn and gain a crap ton of amber back. I will eventually kill that Shadow Self. That will eventually happen. Calls Untamed as his active house, Witch of the Eye. Add a Snufflegator. And Away the Bear, that's 1 amber. Witch of the Eye really needs to die. I might actually call this here just to kill the Witch of the Eye off. Because otherwise he's going to go grab... Oh, he can't go grab Coward's End because it's not in his discard. No, I'm calling Untamed. And I'm going to play out Haunting Witch on the left. And Big Twig on the left, and that's an amber. And Niffleape on the left, that's an amber. And Niffleape on the left, that's an amber. And Mermook on the left, that's an amber. And Nifflequeen on the left, that's an amber. And he's not at 6, so I can't use the artifact. Very well. And now I have a key charge. So really, all I have to do is call Untamed, is forge a key, call Untamed, get enough to forge another key, and murder the Shadow Self. He is playing Shadow, so he could have a bait and switch still, which would be painful. Untamed will rise again. Alright, I'm at 8. Can you kill off, what is it, 3 creatures to get me back under my key charge? Or steal enough? Not key charge. Forging of the key. Plays another Shadow Self. Okay. Plays an Urchin. Deals 1. And old Bruno captures 3. Great! I'm never going to get my keys forged. You'll reap with Shadow Self to put you at 6. I'm going to call Untamed. And I will start this by using the Ritual of Balance. Yay! You're back under key total. Not that you wouldn't have been because of Mermook, but, you know. And then I'm going to reap with Big Twig to stun the Witch of the Eye. I'm going to use Mermook. Kill old Bruno. It doesn't kill old Bruno because of Shadow Self. I'll use Mermook to kill Shadow Self. Fine. That gets me a ton of amber back. I will reap with Mermook. And you know what? I'll just reap with the Niffle Queen. And I'll discard Full Moon. I'm going to hold on to Key Charge. Because I've got... So, wait. Nope. I can reap with the Hunting Witch as well. Yoink. Okay. Now I will end my turn. I've got so much amber that I'm hoping to be able to get into a position where I forge a key this turn, forge a key next turn, reap and win. That's my goal. We'll see if that happens. I do know he has 2 cowards in his deck. And that would take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 amber away from me. I'm currently at 18, which is 3 times the amount needed to forge a key, but you know. I'd be able to get it all back by murdering Shadow Self. His deck is doing a very interesting stall game, but I'm not sure. It chooses Brobnar. Where's Coward's End? I'm not sure that it's going to work out for him. I'm going to use Valder to get some damage on him. Probably kill... It doesn't really matter what he kills. Probably Hunting Witch just to minimize the amount of damage. No, he kills off the Niffle Queen, which takes out 2 creatures. It also takes out the damaged Niffle Ape. Earthshaker kills everything with power 3 or less. Awesome. So he's going to take a whole bunch more amber and give me back sub. Da, 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 da. But these plays aren't generating amber for him, which is his problem. Did kill off a lot of my creatures, though. Not gonna lie, that kind of stings. And punches Shadow Self. Alright, so I'm going to get to forge my first key, or I just did. I'm going to go ahead and call Shadows here. Just he doesn't have enough amber to forge a key, so I don't see a need not to. And I'm going to put an end to this once and for all and steal the freaking skull pile. No more stalling. And play that and play that. No more stalling. And I think that's going to do it. No, I want to reap with him. Reap with this creature. No, I don't want to. Ah! I clicked the wrong button. Cancel. Cancel. Fine. In turn. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get enough Ember by calling Untamed here. I think I have to call Dis. Or Shadows, obviously. Let's see here. 1, 1, and 6. Okay. See if he can capture 2 more Ember from me. If he can't, I get to forge my second key. Trimmer, I assume you're going to stun Big Twig. Nothing else makes sense to stun, in all honesty. No, he's stunning a bunch of shadows. I think that was a mistake. I think that was a big mistake, because I'm going to call Dis. Disity Dis Dis. And I'm going to start by using my Dominator Bauble to activate Big Twig. And Big Twig will choose to stun. I'm going to say Earthshaker. And you are going to play, let's say, Shadows. Shadows seems wise. Oh, and I'll play out a Key to Dis for all of that stupid Frez and Amber you've captured. And we will archive my key charge. So as soon as I can compute a turn where I can get the Amber, guess what happens? In turn. Unfortunately, this won't be the turn. Well, I have Key to Dis. Never mind. That's 6, 7, 8 Amber. Unless he figures out how to forge 2 keys this turn, I win next turn. I call Untamed. I pull this in. Gain an Amber. Key to Dis to blow everything up and collect all of this captured Amber back. And then key charge and win. And he can't even do something crazy and make me discard cards because I've thrown that in my archive. Good game. I'm going to call Untamed. I am going to take my archive into my hand. I'm going to blow up the board. And I'm going to key charge. Oh, that pile of skulls was so painful. But his deck was interesting, but it never really generated enough Amber to do anything with its stall. Because the pile of skulls is a really strong stalling card. But if you're not generating your own Ember, all you're doing is dragging the game out. And while he did tons, he was never really able to take advantage of the fact that I couldn't. You played more events. For me to mimic. Yeah, this is an artifact. Artifact deck. I mean, what do I have? Like 3 events in this deck? Full Moon. Control the Weak. That's 2. Um, Nerve Blast and Bait and Switch, that's 4. Lost in the Woods is 5, and Poison Blast is 6. And then 2 Arises. 8. Yep. So he's acknowledging the repeated ritual balances were effective. Every time he would get up to 6, I'd just take him back down to 5. Alright, I think I'm going to call it that and say good night to you. Thank you for watching. Well, I'm going to say welcome to Land Fusion, who has joined right here at the end, just to say hello and acknowledge that you are in the channel. Thank you for watching. I will be posting the replay of the stream to YouTube later on in probably 15 minutes. If you would like to rewatch anything or actually watch anything. I will almost certainly be playing some tomorrow. My wife and daughters are out of town visiting my mother-in-law and father-in-law. So I have the house to myself, which is a nice thing. I miss my wife and daughters, but at the same time, I like having the house and being able to play uninterrupted. I know that I'm going to be missing them, but for right now, I'm MathNut. If you like the stream, click the subscribe button. Try and find me on YouTube to catch my other streams. And with that, good night, and until next time, I hope you enjoyed the stream.